Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel where we explore everything and anything because it's my channel, we can do what we want. If you're new around these parts, please do subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload my next new video. I upload a new video every Wednesday at 12 PM Toronto time and 5 PM London time. So today guys, I am going to do my first makeup review for the channel and we will be reviewing Jeffree Star's newest release, which is the Blood collection. So of course we have his infamous Blood packaging, which I think is absolutely amazing. I mean, I think he has actually hit it out of the park with this packaging here. It is so soft to touch. It's just amazing. So we'll swatch a few ones that I'm really excited to swatch. I won't swatch the whole palette. We also have the mini lip bundle, which contains 8 shades, I think. This is it here. That's about it. We'll be diving into swatches and then basically putting them on the eyes and everything. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so like I said before, I think Jeffree Star has really gone all out in this packaging and it is absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, this is the front. It's a, I think it's a hexagon. I failed maths, so I don't really know. Here is the palette. So the palette is so stunning. You all probably have seen it before, and as you can see, I've swatched some of the shades as well, and I'll swatch them for you just now. So we'll swatch them on here. So we have Wet Jewel, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. This is just the most gorgeous shade ever for his new ones. And then we have Pink Magic, beside it. Yeah, like look at those two together in that light. I think it's catching the light. It's like so gorgeous. Then we have Sworn Enemy. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Just make sure I smooth that out a little bit. That right there is so gorgeous. I don't know if it's catching the light properly, but it is so gorgeous. And then we have Bleeding Heart. Try and get some of a pinky. Put as much pressure down as possible. Oh my god, that's a red. Like I've seen a few reviews of this. This is like a completely new. It doesn't feel like a matte shade. It almost feels kind of creamy, which is what I've heard people say. But yeah, those are my 4 favourite shades that I'm looking forward to most. I really need to stop looking at myself on the monitor. I'm so self-obsessed. So, after we swatched that, let's get into the eye look. I'm going to change into something more comfortable that I can do makeup in and get messy. But yeah, so guys, as you can see, I basically put on my eyebrows and I basically carved out my brows with the Jeffree Star concealer in C2, it's the lightest concealer I have, and then put all over my eyelids the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. So, okay, let's get this palette out. I'm gonna take a small packing brush. So, I'm gonna take the M507 from the Morphe Pride collection, and I'm gonna dip into Blood Queen, I think. Take a fair amount on my brush and tap out a little excess. And we are basically just gonna go in my crease. Doesn't matter at all how kind of messy this is at the moment, because I'm gonna do a half cut crease or cut crease. I haven't fully decided yet. So we're gonna just go in with all this and just make sure that the colour payoff is basically there, which you can see it's very pigmented already.
So all I'm doing is basically packing the Blood Queen colour into the crease and making sure the colour payoff is really there.
People are definitely scared to use colour. I find that colour is like my best friend. I find doing like neutrals really hard. Like doing like a smoky eye, I find awfully difficult. And yeah. So I'm just gonna go back in. I think I've got enough. I'm gonna tap in and just make sure that all in the crease. I'm just gonna make sure it's here in the inner corner as well. But yeah, that's as much as I'm gonna do just now, and I'm just gonna go back and forth and blend this shade out.
All I'm doing now is basically making sure that there are no patches in the colouring and that everything is basically as smooth as possible before I start to go in and blend with another brush.
That brush is done. I'll leave this brush here because I'm going to definitely use it again, and I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a fluffier brush. I'm going to go in with an M4456 and basically dust out just very, very gently, dust out the edges of this shade so that it makes the blending part when I put the next shade on top just a little easier.
All I'm doing now is taking a big fluffy brush and basically blending the colour up out of my crease so that when I put on the next shade it makes it a lot easier to blend out.
And you can see the actual gradient start kind of, you can see this light pink on the outside actually. I am gonna try to zoom you in to see if you guys can see, because it's actually quite a pretty light pink. As you guys can see, it's literally creating like a really nice soft pink on the outside there. M506 brush, which is one of my favourite brushes. I'm gonna go in with the shade Vivid Mood. It's kind of looking very purpley pinky just now, and I kind of want to not have that, if that makes sense. I'm tapping off a little bit of the excess, and I'm basically gonna very slowly pat this over where that kind of blended shade was, so they'll really light pink, and I just want to go over that. All I'm doing with that shade is bringing it all the way across the top.
All I'm doing right now is basically packing in that colour all over the top of where I blended out with that big fluffy brush, making sure the transition shade is really effective.
Okay, so I don't think I want to do anything more with that shade because there's not much to do with it. So again, I'm leaving all my brushes out, and I'm going to take another bigger fluffy brush, I think. Again, out this Pride collection, this M222, and tap off any excess again, which you can see. You can see a little bit that this has a little bit more of that shade, and I don't like this brush to use actually. I think I'm going to go in with this Morphe M433 and pick up the same shade, dust off any excess, and really just lightly coat over the top of this. And this is actually helping. This is what I kind of wanted to happen originally, and then try and blend it out, but this shade is... I will go in and basically rinse and repeat all of these colours again, just to make sure that I get the most amount of payoff I can with these colours, because they are so gorgeous. I have had no problems with blending out any of these shades. They have all been such a dream.
All that's happening now is I'm making sure that the deviant shade is really blended out on top of the colours and that it's packed up into the brow bone.
So I'm going to go back in with this Morphe M507 brush. I'm going back in with that Blood Queen shade and just tapping off a little bit of the excess and making sure, there we go, that we deepen up the crease again with that shade, because it's a really beautiful purple.
All I'm doing now is putting the Blood Queen shade back into the crease to really emphasise and deepen the crease.
And lightly dust over the top. This brush just has nothing on it at the moment, it's just the excess from blending out that shade beforehand. I think we're nearly there. I've come a little bit closer so I can get a little bit more detailed. Just in the inner corner, I'm really, really, really trying to blend this out. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with... What brush did I use? Did I use the M506? I think I did. I'm going to go back in with the Vivid Mood. And brush just very gently over the top of that Blood Queen shade. Really tight. And I'm going to go back in with Deviant and make sure that this all just fixes together. This is just really, really lightly dusting over the top, making sure that this is all really... I'm really happy with that colour payoff on the top actually. I think is the top of the eye. I think I blended that out pretty nicely. So yeah, I'm gonna go and cut my crease. So let me grab some brushes. So I'm gonna take, this is an unnamed brush, this one. This one here is an unnamed brush that I just bought from somewhere. And this is a Morphe 166. So I'm gonna use these two to apply the shades. And I'm gonna go in with those two brand new formulas, the Wet Jewel and Pink Magic. So I'm gonna pick up this shade, Wet Jewel. So I'm just gonna cover my brush in this shade. And hopefully it pays off. And I am literally just gonna pack this on here. It's looking like it's packing on very well. I think you can see the shine in my inner corner there. Try to turn a little bit more this way so you can see. But it's beautiful. That's all I can say, to be honest with you. So I like to be extra, so I just spray this way, and then I go into the shade, spray again, just so I get as much whiteness as possible basically. And I am gonna go back in with this shade. Back literally over where I just was. And oh my god, good god, it is so stunning. Like, oh. I'm gonna take this shade Pink Magic, literally on the other flat brush that I had, put it all over, slightly over the top of that shade there. Oh my god, oh my god.
All I'm doing here is basically repeating the same process that I did with the wet gel shade and making sure that the pigment is as good as possible on the eyelid.
I'm going to take a bit of Dungeon on the Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush. It's a little bit like that. Small detailed. I'm going to take some of Dungeon and I'm basically going to place it just here on the outer corner.
All I'm doing right now is packing that Dungeon shade right into the outer corner.
Filling it this way so that I can get as much of it this way as possible. Again, going back in with tiny bits of that Blood Queen shade on the Morphe 507.
All I'm doing now is basically making sure that that Pink Magic shade is as blended as possible into the Dungeon shade, which means picking up the same brush I applied it with and blending it through and repeating the same process, and then grabbing all the other brushes and all the other shades to blend out the outer corner as much as possible and blending up to make sure I get the perfect blend.
Here's the moment of truth. Just gonna pull this. Oh yeah, nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly do the other eye off camera, and I'm gonna shove my whole base on. So see you guys soon. Lower lash line is like the bane of my life. So anyway, I'm gonna go on to lips. So yeah, taking a little bit of Jeffree Star lip scrub. I think it's in Vanilla Mint. But for lips, I'm gonna do something from the lip bundle. So I'm gonna take the first shade of I'm Royalty. This shade right here. Okay. It's a really lovely shade. And then I'm gonna do basically a kind of ombre thing. Courtesy of Marcio, because Marcio suggested it and he wanted me to use the idea. I'm gonna go in with the shade Blow Pony. Just this really nice kind of like light purple. And I'm gonna go in with this. I'm gonna make sure it all lined it out. But to make it even more kind of like ombre, I'm going in with the shade Virginity. Just this shade right here.
Now I'm just blending that Virginity shade into the very centre of my lip and blending out.
But yeah, okay, so you've seen the bundle earlier, and but the shades I used are I'm Royalty, Blow Pony, and then Virginity. It's quite a nice ombre. And then I'm going to go in with the gloss. I think I might go with Iridescent Throne. They smell so good. It is gorgeous. Such like a nice blue tone as well. So that is everything. I'm going to do the final touches to this look, which is basically do my hair and shove on some clothes. I'll see you in a second. So hey guys, this is the final look. I've done everything. Overall, pretty happy with the look. I think it looks quite good. I think overall the palette is fucking amazing. The minis are great and the lip glosses are amazing. Nothing bad to say about this collection at all. Jeffree Star approved. Well, of course it is. Yeah, Callum McGregor approved. That's going to be a new thing, watch it trend. So thank you so much for watching guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon in the next video, which will be uploaded next Wednesday at 12 PM Toronto time and 5 PM London time. So do come back for the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and do turn on that notification bell because you won't know when I've uploaded a new video. So please do. And yeah, see my other two videos that are here, and yeah, follow my Instagram, which will be right here. Bye guys, so much love.